They even say once you are 18, you are already an adult. Then 25, you should be a grandma or a grandpa. And yet, you still have so much to live for. We don't know you are 25. Wow. You've not even changed your community. You've not done anything. You are blaming every government that comes for why your neighborhood is still the way it is. Yet you eat burger. I wish you can come to where we grew up in Nigeria. You know, somebody told me about Haiti. Haiti is terrible. I say Haiti is not terrible. Haiti is not terrible. Haiti is not terrible. Haiti is just 4 hours, Abi, by plane, or 6 hours, 3 hours. 3 hours. Wow. American breeze can still blow. American breeze cannot blow to. It will not reach Nigeria. Snow cannot reach Nigeria. Do you understand? You don't understand. Even witches will tell you we don't want you here. We don't want the witches in this part to catch cold. Yeah. You are without excuse.
It's true, I'm without excuse. Honestly.
Let's read something to you. In this man's lifetime, he ruled the whole earth.
Yes, sir!
Listen, he was not a Jew. He was not a Christian. He was not serving God. But in his young life, he ruled the whole earth till he died. Brother, the time to rule has come. Are you going to remain like this?
No.
What job do you do? I work at Walmart. What do you do? I'm a teller. For 8 hours, you'll be standing, scanning. Pope, Pope, Pope. You know that scanner? The thing makes noise. Pope, Pope. How are you today? Pope, do you have a coupon? Pope. For 8 hours. Every day for a whole year.
Not me.
For how much?
Oh, wait. It's time to 6, 7 up.
For how much? You need to understand. If you are relying on the system of the world, you will never advance. Because man designed the system of the world, and they designed it deliberately for a privileged few.
Yes.
You need to understand, the pyramid has a narrow tip, and the base is wide. So you are going to have more people down. That's how the system of the world has been designed. Can you bring me a board from the back? Sit down. They're bringing it. The pyramid.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you don't know what pyramid is. Triangle. Do you understand? So that you don't, because there's a way. I'm telling you, the McDonald's you eat, sometimes it can make you, they'll tell you triangle combo.
I'm Superman. Yeah. I can do anything.
Pyramid. It's like this. It's like this on every side. That's what makes a pyramid. So it's a triangle. The economic system of the world has been designed that only few people will be on this top. The top here, this is middle class.
Yes, sir.
This is the elite.
Yes, sir.
And then this is the masses. Now, the first thing, the only thing you need to do to remain here is to address yourself as a masses. We the masses. We the masses. It's one word I have not used for 27 years. In Nigerian university system, there's what you call rag day, where every student in college, university and college, must wear rags on the street. It's fun. You see some men dressed like women, just begging. It's just for fun. It's like it's done during Students' Week. I don't know the inspiration behind it, but they do it every year. I've never done it. It's called rag day. Rag. And people really wear rags. In Nigeria, students, they are so excited, they are looking forward to rag day. I've never done it. This word, mass or masses.
Yes, sir.
I can't remember the last time I used it. Not to address myself, but to communicate in reference to how some people talk. I can't remember the last time. But this is where you have a lot of people today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even those people working at Walmart, Costco, this is where they are. They are not in the middle class. The middle class are federal government workers.
Yes, sir.
So they have access to benefits and others.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The elites, they are here. So you see, there's a gap.
Yes, sir.
But according to the Bible,
Yes, sir.
God's structural system, economic structural system is this. The pyramid is upside down.
Yes, sir. Wow.
But there's no middle class in it. This is what God intended. It is rich and poor.
Wow.
But you see, here, there's so much space.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in God's economic system, we should have fewer poor people and many rich people because there's so much space
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
on top.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You think God is stupid for making the sky broad
Oh, it's not space.
and the sky is not down? It's so broad that two planes cannot collide.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Even birds don't collide.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Wow.
This is how God's system is.
Yes, sir.
But in the case of King Cyrus now, we have a place in history where one man was sitting at the tip of the pyramid created by man, the economic pyramid. He was the authority here. He was the summit.
Yes, sir.
He's not an angel, biologically born.
Yes, sir.
And this whole earth with this pyramid, with different economies of the world, they all formed a kingdom for him.
Yes.
So you see, when you say you don't even believe in God, or you don't believe in so-called Christianity, it just means one thing: you want to remain here. If you manage to make it here, fine. It will require your skill, your individual academic prowess. But there's a limit to how far you go here, because those on top here, the elites here, they will surely not want you to rise.
That's true.
Don't think that President Trump did not know why he was maligning President Joe Biden before he became president. Because President Joe Biden came from this class.
Wow.
President Trump was born as an elite.
Yes, sir.
He was born here. He has always been here. He's in his 70s. So for over 70 years of his life, he has always been here.
Yes, sir.
And then in American economic structure, he rose to this place and then fell. But he did not fall to the middle class. He's still here.
Yes, sir. It's true.
Do you understand? But Joe Biden now rose through the route of Congress, made it to the top without even God.
Yes.
I'm not saying he's an agent of darkness, no. Without coming to church like the way you are coming to church to hear the word of God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you understand? But he has managed to make it.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, how many Americans out of 300 million people you think can make it to number one? Out of 300 million. The margin is less than 0.000000000000 in many binary numbers. Because first of all, you don't even belong to the class of the elites. The reason why President Joe Biden's presidency was very consequential was because he is the first president in American history who came from the masses and made it to the top. All the previous past presidents of America, they were all in the elites.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He is the first person in the history of America for over 200 years who rose like this from here. Got you. President Barack Obama was born in the middle class.
It's true.
Naturally, he was above the masses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
President Barack Obama that you see, He was born. I mean, think about it. Your mother and father went to Harvard. Wow. You are not in the masses. Wow. Do you understand? Yes, sir. So for him, it was very easy, to get to the top because it's closer. Yes. Do you understand? So that's why when we tell you, leave community colleges alone. They are here. Yes. Those senators, those representatives, they are here. Yes, sir. They are all fighting to get to the top. There is a club here, the elites. Yes, sir. When you hear of the lobbyist group, the Coca-Cola brothers, all those, the Coke brothers, all those people, they are all in the elites here. They are one step close. The people who choose Supreme Court, the Federalists, they are all here in the elites. They don't even belong to the middle class. You don't understand. So are you saying I shouldn't work in Walmart? Do. Since that's your passion. You know, because you can't fight a man's passion. You can change his opinion, but it will be difficult to influence his passion. Do you understand? Your passion is your vomit. You will always embrace it no matter how ugly it looks. Do you understand? Isn't that amazing? You go to the bathroom, you throw out, you vomit, you say rubbish, you wash your mouth, but all the thing you throw out was already in you. You carried it. Now you went to the bathroom and threw it and you're saying, it's smelling. But you were carrying that smell all this while. Look at you. So you see here, God's economic system is that the pyramid should be upside down. And so through the knowledge of God's word, through teachers, many of us around the world that God has chosen, we are tilting the pyramid. Yes, sir. And that is why now some in the elites here can influence policies that will fight church, the ideologies of church, and say we are becoming too extreme. We are becoming too this. We are becoming too that. We are becoming too... Okay. Just put that on the side for me. So you see, you need to decide.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where you want to be.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm not talking about having a dream. We're not talking about you dreaming for something. Listen, what are you dreaming? What are you dreaming? What you are dreaming about is another man's reality. You are really joking. No? And it's not your fault. Because you were trained. Listen, let me tell you something. If you go and check, right?
Yes, sir.
The curriculum, the educational curriculum for public schools is not the same as that for chartered schools.
Very true, sir.
The schools of the elite, even the texture of the materials they use, you will know that they are not in your class. Now, let me tell you something. The materials, the books, those in the elite class read in their school, they are not new productions.
Yes, sir. It's true. Yes, sir.
It is these public schools that bring newer books.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because to you, history is evolving. To them, history is static. Because they determine it.
Wow.
You don't understand. That's why if you go to many of the Ivy Leagues, you will see books written even in 1800s.
Yes,
Your school does not have it, though. They have it.
yes, sir.
And the ideologies that reframes their mind for the next 100 years, 50 years, for as long as they live. There are books, the books they read were not produced now.
Yes, sir.
Fine, sometimes they may want to patronize certain books that are recently written, but you find out that even the author makes references to past writings. Okay, have you not noticed today, people are fighting for the Second Amendment, Second Amendment, Second Amendment. That means that Second Amendment, which is the gun, the right to own a gun, it was not originally in the Constitution. That's why it's called amendment.
Yes. It's true.
It was originally not in the Constitution.
Yes, sir.
So they say, man, let's put it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it became the second item, the second article in the Constitution to be included. It was not in the original manuscript.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And they are still holding on to it to this day.
Yes, sir.
Which new edition do you want to bring?
Wow.
Wow.
And the people now, to change the laws, don't want to. Because that Second Amendment, or whatever was amended many years ago, favors them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what we're saying. That through the knowledge of God's word, you and I
Yes, sir.
can be in a place where those who make policies initiate policies deliberately that will favor us. That is what happened to Ezra.
Yes, sir.
He was serving a king who made a proclamation. That's a policy. Who gave a national decree. Whoever you are, you have to abide by it. King Cyrus has spoken. And Ezra was to be the first beneficiary of it. The right positioning. So, I may not have been born in the elitist class. Listen, you know, when I talk to people and I tell them go to school, I didn't school in America. It's true, I didn't school in America. But you can be sure. I went to one of the most expensive universities in Nigeria. As at the time I went to the university in my first degree, the university I went to was the most expensive university in Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yet, I had a biological father who could not buy me soda. He didn't have money to buy me soda. Yet, I went to the most expensive university in Nigeria as at the time I went to college. And so, I had rich people as classmates, roommates, hostel mates, wealthy people. I dated wealthy people's children. They were even using their pocket money to pay my own school fees.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Yes, wow.
You don't understand. You really don't understand. To this day, as I'm talking to you now, my classmates are holding sensitive positions today in Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
That I know of. We talk privately. Some of them today are holding top sensitive positions in Nigeria. And I'm not surprised. They came from the elitist class. I never used to go on which home am I going to. My biological father was always sleeping in church. He had no accommodation. The day I told them I came from a poor family, they didn't believe it. They said, go and sit down. See, you joke a lot. Until I introduced one of them to my father when I was doing my induction during my master's. I said, this is my biological father. He said, are you joking? I said, and they were happy the way they were hugging him, this and that. I said, I said, we like your father. These people who were hugging my father, my broke father, if you see their fathers, the shoes they wear. I told you, the founder of bank, he's one of his daughters.
Yes.
We were classmates.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I used to teach her how to design financial models.
Yes.
And I'll give her ratio analysis. Teacher. The founder of a bank. The daughter. So when I'm talking to you,
Yes, sir.
and when she was doing the program with me, she didn't let her father know. In fact, where I went to an entrepreneurship business school afterwards. Her father owned it, and she did not tell her father she was registering. But I was the one teaching her. She used to sit next to me. But poverty will not make me say to her, I like you. Fine, babe. Poverty is ashamed. Do you understand? So here now, I told you I got a job once to be a managing director, and I was asked of a financial institution. I've told some of us back in Nigeria, I was supposed to be a managing director of a financial institution. We were shortlisted, we were 5. I smashed the interview back and front. They were amazed. Then they asked me one question, have you been to America? I said no. They said go to America. Even if it's for a weekend, go on Friday, come back Sunday, we'll give you the job.
Wow.
I was supposed to have access to $20,000 every week as petty cash. $20,000 every week.
Wow.
That means I can spend it for them every week. Do you understand? When I was coming to America, I consulted for a company that offered me 5% equity. Their turnover is 200 million every month. 5% equity to be a co-owner. And I said, no, I'm going to America. I don't want to go and sit down. Do you understand? So when I'm talking to you, And I'm telling you to succeed.
Yes, sir.
Don't think that I'm begging you so that you can succeed to come and help me. You can't help me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You don't understand. I was already a success. Thank you. Thank you. I was already a success. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I entered that corridor. I live in it.
Yes, sir.
And I've told you over and over again, in this America, I managed 2 private jets.
Yes.
Yet I was still coming to preach.
Wow.
Still coming to preach. Yet I was running businesses. So when I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to you because, oh, we need to encourage you. I'm not trying to encourage you. I'm telling you, this is a reality. You think it's chasing women. You've not seen women. Succeed, you will see women.
It's true.
They are here of a particular kind.
Yes, sir.
You will be amazed. That's where you will see real temptation. You see one Sister Rosanna, you call her Delilah. You've not seen woman. Succeed first.
Yes, sir.
Look at the lady that was testifying a few days ago
Yes. Oh my goodness.
concerning President Trump.
That
That's a
is
PA
beautiful.
to the chief of staff.
Yes,
Go and see her.
fine. That's
PA.
beautiful.
PA. She's the one now that is making President Trump now have sleepless nights. PA. Go and see her.
Beautiful.
Do you understand? Ask yourself, if that kind of lady, you will see her on Broad Street, she'll be working with you on Broad Street. Do you understand? That lady that was testifying as a PA, she enters President Trump's motorcade.
Yes.
Anywhere President Trump is going, she follows him.
Yes, sir.
PA.
Yes, sir.
Not to President Trump, to President Trump's chief of staff.
Yes. Yes.
Do you understand? And when you say, when we say, Bro.Osi, pray for me. There's so much temptation around me. Who is tempting you? Let me see her picture. Hey, Sister Rosa. And I look at this sister's picture. And I'm like, man. Is this what you need prayer for? Is this what you need prayer for? Even some ladies today, this guy is tempting me. You've not seen men.
Sir, it's true.
They are deceiving you by the one they go to the gym. They see you, they are trying to do That's it. You can tell a man that is punishing himself going to the gym. Even the muscle is not adjusted. The thing is shifted. The muscle is not proportional. You will know why. This one belongs to the mass club. You know, there are certain gyms that belong to the mass class, to the class of the masses. Go and sit down. Gym without influence. You are Jimmy, no influence. You cannot make a phone call that will change somebody's life. And that's the person you are running after. See, oh my God, 6-pack. See the sweat. The sweat is writing Arabic on his chest. If I will slap you. Before you say he slap women. No, I won't slap you. Your sweat is writing Arabic. Let's show you something. Go to verses 1 again. Listen, you just have to decide which corridor of life you want to live in.
Yes, sir.
You just have to decide it.
Yes, sir.
When we're telling some people then, in the past, go to the Ivy League, some people left church because I was telling them to go to the Ivy League. And I looked at them, I said, these are fools. These are big fools. Oh, man. So I said, I have my master's. Which school? Liberty Arnold University. Where is it? Is in Tucson, Arizona.
Why?
So we have to go to Arizona to go and inquire whether you really went to that school. You live in California. You bragged about California so much so. We ask you, okay, which university did you go to? You mention one university in one place close to Mexico. Okay, how about UCLA? I mean, if you had gone to University of California, we know how UCLA is. That's a branded school. Yet you brag about West Side. If I give you uppercut, spiritual uppercut, from what we just told you, this thing I just designed, I knew this thing a long time ago from Nigeria. That only few people are at the top.
Yes, sir.
Let's show you something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's show you something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go and check. The people who founded Black Lives Matter, right?
Yes, sir.
One of them now has
A mansion.
one of them now has a case. One of the founders of Black Lives Matter.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they have a case.
One of them now has a case of embezzlement.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, she spent about over 4 million or 8 million for their personal.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, you are marching on the street. BLK, they are collecting money. Why? Why would they collect money? They have an opportunity to come into the elitist class. But through the masses, they can climb the ladder. You don't know, when you belong to the masses, you are a ladder they climb on.
Not me, honestly.
So they shot someone who is not their relative, their cousin. So they came out Black Lives Matter. Then from there, they wrote book. Now their books are the best sellers on Wall Street. Look at you. You are joking. No? They show you on TV. They say, brother, how did it happen? He said, I was just looking. No? That's how the guy just came. Carried a gun. Turned and shot. You like to narrate the story.
No way.
And something tragic had to happen for you to come on TV. I recall a building collapse once in Nigeria. And they tried to talk to me. Channels Television is a popular television station in Nigeria. They wanted to talk to me to ask me how the building happened. I said, you want to ask me how a building collapsed? He didn't even ask me how to succeed. You want to ask me how a building collapsed? I said, get out of me. He said, no, just what I say, it will not be well with you. It is you that will know how building collapse. It is people like you. So you want to bring me on TV. 30 million people in Nigeria will watch me describing how a building collapsed. So I heard, boom. So I did like this. So I saw the thing. It started falling. So, and I angrily walked away. I did not know. To my surprise, one of my close friends, I saw him on TV, narrating how the building collapsed. And he's like, so this and that. He was adjusting his life. We got to the office the next day. A fellow banker. People were hailing him. We saw you on TV. This and that. I said, yeah, that's me. And they used to call me pastor then in the back. He said, Pastor, what do you think? Did you see me on TV? I said, I did. He said, what do I think? I said, you are a fool. I said, they met me first. He said, but I was there now. I said, I didn't know. I didn't say you were not there. We were actually going for lunch. He was going to buy fried yam, for a boss. Through buying fried yam, he saw a building collapse. And he narrated the story. Through fried yam. I said, you were adjusting your tie, this and that. I said, you are a fool. The only time you can come on TV is when something tragic happened. It didn't cross your mind to say you can't do that. For the sake of the people who died. You want to narrate the story. Hi. Channels called you, NTA called you. You were narrating the story. And I told him, do you know that's the only opportunity you ever have in your life? There are some people like that. You just want to tell them hi. Say, listen, even if something happened, they call you and say, please come and tell us. Someone say, even if it's police, no, leave police, tell them no. I don't carry bad news.
I don't carry bad news.
I was very angry with the person. You have an idea what happened? No. I don't carry bad news. What do you mean? It's terrible what happened. That's all. No, I don't carry bad news.
I don't carry bad news.
Say, please come and tell us, how did he shoot him? How many shots? Did they shoot him at the back and at the buttocks? Yes, one bullet hit the buttocks, one bullet. So you were just looking at it as they were shooting.
And you ain't do nothing? At least call the police or something?
I didn't know in America, people can gossip. I thought it was only Nigerians that gossip.
Big one, give him men. Big time.
Police is making an arrest, you find people stopping. Somebody eating popcorn is there. Even hot dog. Then he bring out his phone, he's doing rubbish. Never join them. See, we're telling you the little foxes that will keep you down. Always. You need to decide which class you want to belong. And no one will tell you, I've upgraded you to the middle class. I'll upgrade you to the Now I want you to see something. Go to Ezra chapter 1. Go to the last verse of chapter 1, which is verses 11. Now, it may sound funny to you. I want you to see something. And it's amazing, Ezra, before leaving Babylon, where the king was,
Yes, sir.
and traveling back to Jerusalem, he noticed something. Now, remember, Ezra came from Judah. Say it.
Ezra came from Judah.
And those who came from Judah were all slaves. They were all captives
Yes, sir.
to this king, King
Yes,
Cyrus.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They were all captives. Oh.
Yes.
Please answer me now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now the king has said, okay, fine, go and rebuild your city, Jerusalem, and the temple.
Yes, sir.
Now I want you to read verses 11. Please read it carefully. I know you will not understand it, but I will explain it. Read. 1, 2, go.
All the vessels of gold and of silver were 5,400. All these is
Sheshbazzar. Sheshbazzar.
with them of the captivity that was brought up from Babylon unto Jerusalem.
Did you read that?
Yes, sir.
No. You were tired. Let's close. Maybe it will not help you. Okay, read it again then.
Yes, sir.
Show me that you are not tired.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, read again.
All the vessels of gold and of silver were 5,400. All these is Sheshbazzar. Bring up with them of the captivity that was brought up from Babylon unto Jerusalem.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Read one more time again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Read.
All these vessels of gold and silver were 5,400. All these is Sheshbazzar. Bring up with them of the captivity that was brought up from Babylon unto Jerusalem.
Here, what you are reading, you see that name, Sheshbazzar. Notice the tenses. All these Sheshbazzar brought up or bring up with them of the captivity. Now, I want you to notice that Sheshbazzar was also a Jew. And that means from Judah.
Yes, sir.
Now, Sheshbazzar was a Jew who came from Judah.
Yes, sir.
He himself was a captive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But now we're not told, the way Ezra wrote it, he is saying, Sheshbazzar, he took account of everything that the resources the king supported them with. And as they were traveling, he, Sheshbazzar, traveled with these resources
Yes, sir.
and the captives.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To which amongst them was Ezra.
Yes, sir.
He didn't get it.
Yes, sir.
Who was Sheshbazzar? Go to verses 8. When you read verses 8, you understand verses 11. But if not, then maybe in the sweet by and by, someday,
No, today,
God will minister to
right
you.
now.
Read. Read.
Even though the Cyrus, king of Persia, bring forth a hand of the treasure, and numbered them by the Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah.
You see that?
Yes, sir.
Sheshbazzar was a prince from Judah. And who went into captivity? Judah. Which means he himself was what? A captive.
Yes, sir.
But there was still a class.
Yes, royalty was still in him.
He said even in captivity, he was still a prince.
Yes.
And even Ezra and the others could never acknowledge that they were equals. Meanwhile, he does not even know how to build. Ezra is the one writing this. But all the resources that the king released was still given to the one who was a ruler.
Yes.
Because he used to be a prince in Judah before the captivity. But by reason of that, it doesn't matter whether he was corrupt, whether he will eat all the money, he was still the same person the king could trust with the resources. Take. And then he now said, follow me, you captives. Meanwhile, he was one of them. And even the captives could not say, are we not all captives? They could not say that. This guy was born an elite. He will always be an elite, even in captivity.
Wow.
Here, you are looking at, that's why we're looking at the 6 kinds of mind. It matters how you set this reasoning of yours.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nothing will ever make me beg.
Nothing will ever make me beg.
Listen, beggars get nothing.
It's true.
Nothing will ever make me beg. I can apologize for what I did wrong, but I will never beg.
I'm not a beggar.
One of the things I learned early as a Christian is that kings don't beg. That's why I don't beg.
Yes, sir.
I can apologize for what I did wrong, but you can be sure I will never beg. I will never beg. If I'm wrong, I will acknowledge I'm wrong. But to beg, that I will never do. Nothing will ever make me do that. I've been faced with situations where people thought I would beg because to them it was the right thing to do. But to me, it's an offense. It's an offense to my destiny. It's an offense to my mind to beg. I can apologize if I'm wrong. But to beg, to kneel down and say, oh, please, 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 I will never do it. It's not arrogance.
Yes, sir.
It's just how we have been wired.
Yes, sir.
I will never beg.
Yes, sir.
Even if I need cash, I always just say I need cash. But to beg, I beg, oh, just $50. Never. Yeah. I'll never beg.
I'll never beg.
This guy, even though he was a captive, he was still called the Prince of Judah. Ezra categorized himself as a captive and called Sheshbazzar the Prince of Judah. So they all agree, oh, he is from the royal family, so give him all the resources. And some of you have friends, they are not talking. You say, no, he's from the royal family. We are just part of the masses. Never. What do you mean we are just part of the masses? It's these people, they come from royal family, royal my foot. Nah, it doesn't mean I don't respect people from royal family. But I hope you, why not you?
Yes, sir.
Why should you be a fool from a royal family?
Not me.
You say because he comes from a royal family. If he's really from a royal family, why is he in this condition that you are in?
It's true.
Ask me, sir.
You let certain people make you feel inferior. You know? Oh, man. You need to make up your mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Earlier on today, I was in New York, and just on the street, on the sidewalk was Andrew Yang, who contested for presidency. He was just walking on the street. That's a multi-millionaire. Multi-millionaire.
Honestly.
And he was just walking on the street. And we said, that's Andrew Yang. And the person next to me called his name. And he responded. I was like, wow, this is Andrew Yang, man. You understand? I mean, but you can be sure he's not in your class.
It's true.
Just because you see him walking on the streets.
Yes, sir.
He contested with them, Joe Biden and all that.
Yes, sir.
Very effective.
Oh, yes.
His mind.
Sir.
How do you expect to beat somebody like that? That's what I'm saying. Improve.
Yes,
Improve. One. See, one. Change the way you think.
Yes, sir.
Start it. It's very simple. From now on, I will never beg.
Yes,
No, I will never beg.
I don't beg.
See, I don't beg.
Believe me, I don't beg. Like I said, whenever I'm wrong, I apologize. Honestly. It doesn't mean I don't do wrong. Whenever I do wrong, I apologize.
Yes, sir.
But to beg,
To beg, no way.
to beg on the platform of desperation, that if you don't do what we want, we'll take this from you, I will never do it.
No way.
I'll never do it. I'll never do it. I don't beg. I'll never beg. Never. Never. Do you know how many people who have threatened me with lawsuits? Yeah, you don't understand. Many people have threatened me with lawsuits. And I always tell them, let's go to court. You are still talking. I say, let's go to court. The judge is not a fool. Come on, man. You think everybody is like you? So just because somebody says, I'll take you to court, say, please don't go to court. Don't take me to court. What are you afraid of? Is the judge a fool? The judge went to school. The judge has sense. Argue your case and I'll argue mine. Then we will not know who will win. And see the person saying they want to take you to court. They don't even have the money to afford an attorney. I know I do. Listen, you don't understand this thing. Don't do people wrong. And if you are wrong, apologize. But somebody is threatening you, and the person threatening you, you know this one cannot afford a good lawyer. Do you know how much to pay a good lawyer?
Sir.
I'm not talking about a pro bono.
Sir.
One that is carrying a heavy briefcase. Even the hand, the thing has fallen. You understand? You see an attorney, a defense attorney, who is wearing close to $3,000 suit.
Wow, he gonna defend you well.
You have that money to pay him. He will finish that person.
Sir.
Even if you were the one that was guilty.
Honestly.
Don't let people threaten you. I'll take you to court. Let's go to court. And the person talking, let me see whether you can even afford the lawyer. Like I said, when you are wrong, apologize. Admit your fault. Yeah, I was wrong. It was my fault. I'm truly sorry I was wrong.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand? And if the person says, I want to go to court, he said, you don't have to go to court. I admitted I was wrong. If the person now insists, I must go to court. Of course, you tell your lawyer, actually, I was wrong. I even apologized to him. And your lawyer tries to talk to the person, no, let's go to trial. They will squash your case. You will know. There are some people, they have money to grind you. Then you find yourself even paying them for damages. It was you they did wrong, but you are not the one paying them. When they were telling you, I'm sorry. Do you know how many people who have threatened me, they will take me to court? I say, let's go to court. To come and beg? Never. The first law, kings don't beg.
Kings don't beg.
But kings can apologize whenever they are wrong.
Yes.
One of the things about a king is that as a true king, you must be honest with God who put you there and with people. A king does not need to cheat people because as a king, you own everything. So why would you want to cheat people you are supposed to help? That's why, secondly, I don't cheat people. I have every opportunity to do so. I can come and give you prophecies. I mean, I see, but I don't do it. There are people today who use prophecy to collect money. I don't do those things. If I need money, I tell you, please, I need cash. Do you understand? But to come and say, I'm seeing one accident, give me $300 to do that. I don't do that. Kings don't cheat people. I don't cheat people. Because I know those things can backfire. I don't cheat people. If I tell you the truth, I tell you the truth. A king must understand people's circumstance. Yes, a true king. That's why whatever level you are, if you say you did an abortion, I understand, I accept you. It's true. If you say you don't believe in abortion, it's okay. Because as a king, you rule over all. But I don't cheat people. Thirdly, which is the ultimate, right? Is that the third one or the fourth one? The fourth one. The fourth one. That's the ultimate. Never make people do anything against their will. That's the ultimate. That speaks of the character of a king. Never make people do anything against their will. Even if you have the opportunity to influence them. But don't do it. It's not good. And that brings us back to one thing. Kings don't beg. If you follow what we just told you, you'll find yourself never begging.
Amen.
I said people have threatened me with many lawsuits. Yeah. If you want to know when some people have money, bring a case. And when you see who the attorney is, then you will know you don't have money. You yourself, you will know. And even the attorney will come and tell you, look, brother, leave this case alone. You know we have the finances to do all the necessary research. They will not start going, they will go into your life and dig up things that does not even pertain to the case and tailor it in his way.
Sir, you're not lying.
That even you yourself, you'll be begging, hey, I shouldn't have taken you to court. They will finish you in this America. Every time you keep threatening people, I'll go to court, I'll sue you, I'll sue you. You better shut up. You are hungry, that's why. You understand? Look at President Trump. With all the court cases, he still has not gone down. He has not gone down. Maybe this time, but so far so good. He has money to hire attorneys. You understand? He knows he did wrong. But he will make sure you don't win. He will look, because he has money to frustrate the case. That's the thing. He knows the thing. The thing will soon catch him. He will do something, the thing will frustrate that matter. What we're trying to tell you is that you need to understand that don't be someone who is on the path of always being the unfortunate one.
Yes.
And then you think the law that men with means can manipulate will be in your defense. You don't know judges, people pay them.
Sir?
Or somebody has, the judge that is over your case, somebody granted him a favor once. There's someone he still owes a favor. You don't understand? So be careful. I'm not saying every judge is like that. No, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes there's a way, even from the heart of compassion, even if someone did you wrong, you can look at it and say, you know what? There's no point in going to court. Let God even judge him.
Honestly.
Do you understand? And if the person is sincerely sorry, let it go. But to not say, no, the court will settle it, you will be amazed. The settlement from the court, it may not necessarily be in your favor.
You're so right.
Do you know that there are cases judges don't want to see? They say, this one is just a waste of time. So what we're trying to tell you is that develop your mind towards being on top.
Yes, sir.
But like we said, be honest with yourself.
Yes, sir.
When you are wrong, admit it. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. I was wrong. That doesn't mean you are begging. You understand? Listen, even if you do something that they have full evidence about, and it looks like the thing will nail you and finish you, and the person saying, beg me, don't beg.
No way.
Don't beg.
Yes, sir.
Don't ever beg. Don't. Even if the person is showing the video and say, I have many copies, beg me, don't ever beg. Because one thing God does not like is for you to oppress others because you have an edge over them. That person that just did that, God will fight that person. That's why even some of these critics, they can bring out a video of a superstar. The superstar is still a star. They themselves. Nothing. God, I'll tell you the truth sincerely. Right?
Yes, sir.
God only favors the elite. He knows the masses are there. When you are ready for a change, that's when God steps in. That's why your family, who has been poor for many years, they've been going to church and God did not change their circumstance. Until one from that family decides, I want a change. It is at that point God begins to step in.
Amen.
Because as far as God is concerned, even though God can see the sufferings, He thinks that you like your condition.
No way.
Until you are ready for a change. And that change does not come only through prayer. God will see actions.
Yes, sir.
God will see actions.
Yes, sir.
Who do you choose to make friends with? You don't know you make constructive friends. Or let's put it this way, you constructively make friends. Ezra wrote this book, but he opened the book by acknowledging a great king he once served under. Yet,
Thank you, Jesus.
but sincerely acknowledged a king he once served and never talked about himself. Sometimes you have to constructively make friends.
Yes, sir.
You choose, man. This person. When I became a group financial controller, we close with this. I noticed my executive director for operations, who was my manager, my line manager. He was, each time we went out for businesses, he was always quick to introducing himself and he'll be giving people their complimentary card. And I asked him once, Oga, why do you always do this thing? He said, Rosie, influential people will not come to you. You have to go to them. Yet the person talking to me, this boss that is talking to me, very wealthy. Yet to him, what he has is not enough. I'm talking about somebody who has about 6 Rolls Royces in his house. Yet he's still giving people his card. He will want to introduce himself. Because he will tell you, success is like a ripe mango on the tree. You have to throw the stick to cut it. It will not fall on you. Because if it falls, it means it has rotten. It's up to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Decide the kind of future you want.
Yes, sir.
But for me and my household, we are made for the top.
We are made for the top.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
We're made for the top.
We are made for the top.
Made for the top.
We are made for the top.
You don't sound like you mean it. Let's close. Because you sound tired. For me, my wife and children, we are made for the top. And no man can bring us down. Yeah. We're made for the top. Now, one of the things that will help you and constantly remind you that a king does not beg is the clothes you wear. Yes. From the way you dress, it will even remind you, don't beg. There's a way you can look good. Even that goodness, that good look will forbid you to beg.
It's true.
You don't know? You wear things that are too easy, too slack. You have so much space, you can easily kneel down and beg. Easily kneel down and beg. Imagine if you are wearing a golden leather jean. You say, man, this thing, to kneel down and beg. You say, please, I'll call you. You understand? There's a way, I'm telling you.
Yes, sir.
There's a perfume you can wear. You know, I can't wear this kind of perfume and be begging.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Can I wear this kind of perfume and beg? Some of you just wear anything. Your suit is like this. That's how you can beg. Oh, please help us with the masses. No, don't do that.
Yes, sir.
Don't do that. Your shoe, the thing is not tight. The leather is so harmattan. Has so frustrated that leather to the point that the thing can bend anytime. You see why it's easy for you to quickly go on your knees and and have you forgotten the sole of your shoe? There's a hole there. You see what? No. Kings don't beg. I'm serious.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then we told you, for us here, even as pastors in our ministry, it's a policy. We don't eat in public. We don't.
Yes, sir.
We don't. Even matter. Some of us here will tell you, we don't eat in public. We can carry the food home. You can eat it in the car, but not in public. Even if there's a wedding, are you that stupid? Are you that hungry? Some say, I couldn't resist, Bro.Osi. When I saw the porridge, I saw the Haitian beans. I just remember. No. And take it to the car. Have you not seen some people in a party, they are eating, they are talking. Yeah, oh boy. Come on here. They are eating, they are pulling me. Wait, let me finish first. Hello. Come on. Publicly. The music is blasting, people are looking. No. Oh. Au revoir, bonjour. No go. Come on, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. See?
Messiah, Majesty, yeah. Every day, your praise will come from me, for your faithfulness was me.